years.
Welcome to the Real Impact Show. I am one of your hosts, Aaron.
And I am Don. Thanks for being here with us today, everybody. Let's talk some real estate.
We're talking some real estate and we're talking the absolute most important, crucial thing that you're going to hear on this podcast today, perhaps this year, on making sure that 2025 is the most successful year for you. Don, you and I were just talking off camera,
Yeah.
and you had this wonderful quote. And I want you, this is what inspired this conversation.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. I wish it was my quote, and I wish I remembered who to give credit for. So if this is yours, please come claim credit.
Comment below.
Um,
Tell us it's yours.
yes, comment or tell me who said this because it impacted me a lot. And I've been sharing it with a lot of clients lately. The goals you're looking to achieve lie directly behind the work that you're currently avoiding.
Man, the things you want to achieve are right behind the work you're avoiding.
The work you're avoiding.
You know what? Why don't people do more things?
Why don't people do more things? People do the things they want to do.
Yeah,
I think
they,
so. They not the things they say they want to do. They do the things they want to do. I mean, we
that's
can do
true.
whatever we want, right?
That's true. They
Yeah,
they do the
I think most people choose just not to go for it, Aaron. At the end of
so
the day.
yeah. And what I love about you, Don, and the way we work together is we will say, hey, look, let's go after this, and we're going to go do it.
Yeah.
Now, it's probably 85% of the time going to fail. Okay, we're going to start something, and we're going
Is
to
it that high
enjoy.
of a failure?
It might
Maybe,
be. It
maybe.
might
Yeah,
be. Right.
probably.
Okay, but we have 15% left over.
That's right.
Okay, which is a whole lot more than most people have left over.
Then zero, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
one of the things I like about how we do this, and we decided to do this show, and we're like, what's the format? Well, it's just going to be you and me talking. What are we going to talk about? Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah,
How often are we going to release it? Now, I know there's all the rules. You release it every Thursday. You have content. You got to promote it. Well, we're not good at that. But what we are good at is is coming up with content every once in a while,
yeah.
and then talking about it and then putting it out there. Now,
That's true.
consistency is key,
That's right. That's
right?
right.
And maybe that's the reason people don't do it, because they're afraid they're not going to be consistent with it. You think?
Maybe, maybe. I mean, we're saying that what 25, 30 years later, and maybe
Maybe.
they're afraid they're not going to be able to commit for a long period of time. I don't know. Anything new is scary. Anything consistent that's a new habit is hard for most people. Um, just showing up to do it, whether it's perfect or not, needs to be part of it. But I tell you, this all started, and many of you will relate. We were talking about how what a great idea it is to deliver a market update to our clients on an annual basis. Do some follow up conversing around that, and I don't know, get repeat and referral business because of it.
That'd be so great.
What a great idea.
I love it.
And everybody who hears that idea, it's not my idea, I didn't originate it, right? Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, all of our mentors, but go sit with your clients and share the updated value of their home, from coffee table books to emails to videos to ZMAs through Zillow. It's a really good idea.
Super good.
You know, those who are doing that are crushing it with appointments and deals because of it too.
No way.
And there's most people that say, "Ooh, coach, didn't get around to it this week." It's a great idea though. It'll be tomorrow.
100% agree. Great idea. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do anything about it.
They're not going to do anything about it. Not today. We'll do it tomorrow.
And that's it's a sad reality, is that you get a lot of head nods. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Totally agree. Totally agree. That's a great idea. Oh, we should do that someday. And that someday is never ever tomorrow or today. It's
No,
just
no, it
forever.
usually isn't. But here's what we're going to do. This is going to be our shortest episode yet because there's my next one here I need to do. And I realized there was one left to do when I agreed to jump on here and do this with you. However, I can't do 30 minutes, Aaron. I need to go do this. And I find that one thing, you know this, You and I, how many times? Okay, see you later. I have two more calls to make. I'll take care of that. I'll see you do it. I do it. It's how we've rolled since
Yeah.
you would leave with me prospecting to hit my 25 a day back in the day.
Yes.
Um, that's hard to commit to for most people, but that's exactly what's required today to pull this off. And I need to eat my own advice and get out of here in about 5 minutes.
Is that, are you being like legit? You got to go
No,
in
I'm
five
being
minutes?
totally serious. No, I have one more to do. Yeah.
Oh, you have one
One
more
more
to
to
do.
do. I have one more to do, and I need to do it before I jump on my 4 o'clock. And I love you and I love doing this, but I'm going to get out of here to stick with my word with myself too. And really, that's what it is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
we all fall down on what we tell ourselves we will do. We've talked about this over lunch and lunch choices for years,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
We say we're going to have salads for 3 months straight, and how often does that work?
3 minutes, maybe?
Then Talakapaka comes into play
Oh,
and
you got to
forget
go to
about it. Yeah.
Talakapaki.
Gotta
Uh,
get the tacos.
okay. So I'm going to let you go, but we got to leave it with this. If you're afraid to start something, you just have to do it. You literally just, you have to throw the excuses out, and ask yourself this question. And this is the question that kind of inspired this whole thing for us today. I was asked today I was doing a Zoom meeting with somebody in New Zealand. Okay. And he asked me the question, what does your 2050 look like? I had to stop and I had to think to myself, what does it look like? I had never thought that far in advance. What does your 2050 look like, people? If it looks like it looks today, you're going to be miserable and sad. You've got to make changes. You've got to do the things that you're not doing in order to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And like Don started with that quote, they're on the other side of the work you're not doing.
That's so true. And I love the vision casting. Aaron walked in here, guys, asked me this question. We exchanged these thoughts, said, we got to record this. What's your 2050 look like? And that is so overwhelming to some people with everything coming at us today. It's a very interesting time in the world, probably no different than 50 years ago. However, for us with everything going on, it's a lot. What's the goal today? Make sure we have that one figured out the night before, the morning of, before the day starts. We've got to have today's goal that leads us, when accomplished, to that life well fulfilled, to the 2050 plan. It's a fantastic goal. We've got to cast our vision there. And what are we doing today in order for the 2050 version of ourselves to be excited and happy and thrilled with the decisions we made? Like doing this podcast, like listening, like taking action, and doing that one more CMA for one more touch before I get out of here today.
If you found this helpful today, we want you to like, subscribe, take a screenshot of whatever you're listening to it on, tag us at Aaron Zapata, at Coach Don Jacks on Instagram, and just let us know. Comment below if you found it helpful. Tell us what you're going to go do. Put it in writing, get it out there, let people know you're doing it, and then go do it and be
Go do
successful.
it. Let
God
us
bless
know the
you.
results.
Talk to
God
you on the
bless.
next
Thanks,
one.
Aaron. Have a good one, everybody.